Good evening, everyone. Joe Carullo at Carullo's Corner at allaboutsports.com. It's allaboutScores.com. Tonight is episode 6 of the Mike Wilson Show. Mike, great to have you back.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Want to go back in time a week, go over last week's game with Vineland real quick. Last week's game with Vineland.
I was waiting for a question. I'm sorry,
No,
Joe.
I wasn't there. You gotta tell me.
Sorry, it's been one of those weeks, man. Busy week. No, look, finally came out. They were ready to play. We thought we were ready to play. And again, we're just keep making those young mistakes. We just keep playing more and more younger kids. And there's parts of the game where, hey, we did this. We don't jump off sides. We complete that pass. It's a different kind of game. Our kids play hard, and there was good things. It's just not showing up on a scoreboard yet.
Right. Any what are some of the positives that you saw? You definitely, I looked at the film. There were I saw some nice tackles.
Yeah.
Saw some nice passes. There's, again, like I say every week, there's signs of life.
Oh, no, there's definitely signs of life. Like I said, once you get out of the game, you get out of competitive mode, you go back and you watch the film, you dissect it. Our kids play hard. We tackled better. We're playing better defense. Offensively, we're literally an inch away here or there, a block away here or there. We're getting better quarterback play. We got a nice young running back who runs very, very hard, Antonio Green. And again, it's just hard. We got 14-year-olds playing against 18-year-olds. But again, there's stuff we can control. Like we had too many penalties last week. We gave them a couple first downs. We could have got off the field. Like things like that. We got to stop beating ourselves. And that's been our focus all week.
I noticed you guys lit up the big plays. A lot of big plays lit up.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? It's kind of our own doing. Because if you notice, the last couple of weeks, we have been much better about stopping the run, but now it's opening up the pass. So now we're bottling people up in the run, and they're throwing the ball. So now now it's just all those little things and stuff like that. So but like I said, we're stopping the run. Now we're getting up the pass. So it just keep getting better all the time.
Right. So you did. So some of your positives were, more the run stop. You're liking your run stop and defense.
The last 2 weeks, our run defense has been much improved.
Right. Moving into this week, the Cherry Hill East Cougars, kind of a big surprise. They were a team who had struggled for years. A little bit of background on them.
Yeah.
They had a great year last year, going 10-1, I believe 9-0 in the regular season. And a lot of people wondered how they were going to do in the playoffs with, a lot stiffer competition. They beat a decent Southern Regional team until ultimately falling in the semifinals. This year, it looks like they haven't skipped a beat. Train keeps riding. They're 5-0, I believe. Well, what could you tell us tell anybody a little bit about these guys, this year's version?
They're very well coached. They got a good senior class. You can tell they got things running in the right direction. You can tell they live in the weight room. Defense plays very well. Offense, huge offensive line. They got good running backs. The quarterback's very solid. Just a well-coached team. You can tell why they have turned the corner. Very well coached. Tyler does a great job over there.
Right. So what are your keys to defeating this team, or at least, remaining competitive with them?
Well, our message all week is control the controllables. We can control our alignments. We can control our stances. We can control our penalties. We can control what we can control. If we do those things and we stop beating ourselves, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win.
Right. They've been putting up a lot of points. I think like 40 or 50 a game.
Yes.
I have the stats in front of you. Who worries you most there? There's got to be some major contributors on this team.
Well, I'm more worried about their O-line versus our D-line. All the running backs are good. The quarterback runs well. They're a heavy run offense. I'm just worried about giving up the big run plays and getting ourselves in third and manageable where we can bring some blitzes, we can bring some pressure, and we can get off the field. Well, we can't have them having third and ones all night. They're just too big and too strong.
Right. So your main objective, basically to control that line of scrimmage. You don't want to give them these easier opportunities, as you're mentioning.
We got to win first down. We got to get them in second and long, and really get them to do things they don't want to do, like throwing the football. They're good at it, but that's not their identity. They're a power run team. So we want to get them to do things they don't want to do.
Yeah, you want to force them to pass. I noticed you have a couple quarterback sacks throughout the year. I've noticed that by watching the film. So I like the strategy personally. Get at that quarterback. Make a throw, and then you get at them. Moving into other areas of South Jersey, I'm going to go back through the week last week. We had some big games. A couple we talked about, a couple we didn't. You had Burlington Township in Delran. Great game. got to see a little bit of that. Burlington was tough to get. I was really interested to see what they had. I have tough to get a gauge on them. Their starting quarterback's out for 6 weeks with a broken collarbone, I believe.
Ouch.
They had a freshman in who wasn't bad, but it didn't give me an honest look at them. They're good. They're good. They're going to contend in Group 3. It's tough to get a true gauge on them because their quarterback was out. Delran also played pretty hard. This is the second time this year I've seen Delran. They're going to be a player in Group 2. Any other game last week that was memorable to you?
I'm trying to think. Not really. I mean, more about our games. I know Mainland was in a tight one with St. Augustine.
Great game.
Nice to see.
Great game.
Yeah. Again, it's just good football, man. And now we're in October. Now it's October 1st. So now everybody's fighting for playoff seedings and things like that. So I expect us to go more football week in and week out.
Yeah, with October, we're in the second half of the regular season now. Next week will be the final. We'll start the final 3 weeks of the regular season, which I like to call the stretch. Wow. Yeah, I know it's here already. Also, last week, Cedar Creek and a thriller over Holy Spirit. Winslow handled Millville. Like I said, Mainland prep game was a great game. Went down to the end. And it's funny. It ended the same way the Burlington-Delran game ended. Quarterback misjudging the snap and a defender coming in and running a touchdown back. It was deja vu 2 nights in a row. Crazy. Short conference, he had Southern Regional. Big surprise over Tom's River North.
Yes, I did see that. I was like, wow.
It's not such a surprise per se, but North was highly ranked coming into this year. I know obviously they're probably not as good as they were last year, but Southern Regional's 5-0. They're going to be a player in Group 5. It's kind of obvious at this point. Atlantic City, talk about Group 5. Atlantic City defeating Cherokee with a goal line stand.
Yes.
Last week. The things are getting interesting. I'm looking at here what else we had last week. Riverside beating Holy Cross. That bumped them up a little bit in Group 1. Salem over your old guys at Shallock. What do you think about that?
I was surprised. I was surprised. I know Salem's better than they were last year, so it's not a total surprise. But with Salem at Shallock and stuff like that, it just shows you in Group 1 how things can switch so fast.
Yeah, and Kemp told me at the beginning of this year, look out for us. It's going to be a different year than last year.
Yeah.
Another defensive battle, RB and Camden. Camden winning that 8-6. It shakes up Group 5 and Group 2 a little bit. You have a lot of different ways things can go from there. Coming into this week, any other game besides yours that grabs your attention?
Honestly, Joe, you got to tell me, and I can give you my idea.
Okay, well, I got a couple here. Number one, had a great interview with Chuck Smith last night from Mainland on the Ocean. We kind of revisited the history of the Ocean City Mainland rivalry. Great interview. You got to see it. We go back 30 years and talked about the 90s. It was the rivalry was the best. Well, anyway, long story short, they renewed that rivalry Friday afternoon, 3:00. Any thoughts?
Look, just being on that sideline as an assistant in Mainland and coaching that, it's one of the best games ever. Just the rivalry, the atmosphere at either place. It's a great game. If you get a chance to go watch a high school football game as a fan, you want to see Mainland play Ocean City.
Yeah, and everybody knows, and Chuck alluded to this too, throw the record books away for a game like this. Nothing. They'll both play at a higher level that game.
Yes.
It should be a great one. However, there's one that might even be more interesting. Shawnee hosting Cherokee Friday night.
Another rivalry, another inter-district rivalry right there.
Great rivalry, and there's a lot of playoff implications on this. Shawnee in particular could take a huge step towards securing the number 2 seed in Group 4. I know we're weeks away yet, but this will be the game that decides sort of where they will be.
Yeah, it helps with the OSI and everything else. Absolutely.
Yes. Cherokee needs this as well. They're, I believe, 2-3 right now. They're a good 2-3 team. Don't let the record fool you.
Absolutely.
They need this to stay afloat in Group 5. Both teams are going to come out swinging. It should be a great one Friday night at Shawnee. Looking down here, we have trying to see what other ones. Millville, Delsey. Any thoughts on that?
Should be a good game. I mean, they both need it for playoff seeding. Both well-coached teams. It should be another good one. I would expect that to come down to the last drive or two.
Yeah, Millville, had a hard one against Winslow again, and Winslow's really good.
Yes, really good.
Yeah, the passing attack is just something out of this planet. Pardon the
yeah. Pardon the earth behind you.
Rolled them back at me, but he said Millville's the best one win team in the state this year. They're going to come out firing Friday, and I know Delsey, I believe, just beat Timber Creek. So a lot of Group 3 and Group 4 power points and OSI points at stake in that one. Here's an interesting one. You have undefeated Bishop Eustis against 4-1 Riverside. Could be another good one.
Should be another good one. It really should be.
What's interesting about this? Riverside's 4-1, yet they're in the bottom half of the Group One power
Yes.
rankings. Bishop Eustace. I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't have my facts straight here. They're undefeated, but I don't think they're even in the top 16 for the playoffs. If they are, they're very far at the end.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's not often that I say an undefeated team is in a must-win situation, but an
Well,
undefeated
I mean,
team is in a must-win
it's the way
situation.
the scheduling and the
Yeah,
power rankings work. You know that.
yeah, it'll be a lot at stake there. A lot at stake there. Have a good old rivalry down in Salem County, Pennsville and Pennsgrove this weekend. Paulsboro is taking on your old school at Shalleck. And how can we talk about rivalries without mentioning Haddonfield and West Effort?
I was just talking to somebody about that played in that game from West Effort. Like it's like Ocean City, Mainland on a different scale. Like
Similar,
I mean,
similar.
very similar. Yes.
Yeah. And the colors are the same. You have the red, white, and black, with green, diverse green and white. A lot of
Yes.
I see everything's similar there. But they exchanged back 15 years ago or so. They exchanged a lot of beatings in the Group Two finals.
Yes. Every year.
Yeah. Both schools are in a pretty good spot right now. West Effort, an obvious favorite. They're absolutely destroying people.
Yeah, I scrimmaged them. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, John's got to go there, but you never underestimate the Haddonfield team. Talking about Haddonfield, I want to rewind 1 week and mention a team that right now should be in everybody's mouth, Pleasantville. A 6-3 win. Nobody was expecting that. They're, I believe, number 6 in the power points in Group 3. They've made some noise, and they need to be looked at right now.
Yeah, they're 3-2. They're actually 5 in the power rankings.
And that can go up tomorrow night. They host Woodstown tomorrow night. What's your opinion on that one?
Again, I mean, I would give Pleasantville the edge just because I know Woodstown is just very young this year.
Yeah, and it's a shame if this took place a year ago, which I did take place a year ago. But I'd like to see. I would like to have seen what Woodstown had last year with what Pleasantville has this year. I think it's going to be a great game. That would have even been better. But Woodstown is always well coached. Don't be surprised if they pull it out.
No, Woodstown's that team where they're young. They're going to keep getting better as the year goes on. And just looking at Pleasantville's schedule, man. They had it. Salem, RV, Seneca, Paul VI, Haddonfield. Now Woodstown, Oakcrest, Willingboro, and Gloucester City. That's not an easy schedule.
No, and they're navigating it quite well.
Yeah.
A couple big games in the city of Camden this week. You have Camden High hosting Winslow, and Eastside hosting Pennsauken.
Both could be great games.
Both could be a lot of playoff implications there.
Oh yes.
What intrigues me more is the East Side Pennsauken game because right now you have Winslow at the top of Group 4, Camden at the top of Group 2. Pennsauken and East Side are somewhere in the middle of their group. This game, and they both have a couple wins, so this game could go a long way in determining
seeding. It's all about playoff seeding right now.
And this game has that.
Yeah, all over the place.
Right. In other news, it's the town of Hamilton. As you know, Coach Sacco has been announced as an assistant coach at Holy Spirit.
Oh, yes. I've heard that for the last couple of years, so it doesn't surprise me.
It's going to be interesting to see him on the opposite sideline of St. Joe, either in the playoffs this year or, playoffs next year or regular season game next year. Although it won't be the first time at ACIT as he was an assistant last year. He stood on the opposite side. Student versus the teacher kind of game. Also, Ron, while on the topic of St. Joseph Hamilton, Ron Dorsey on social media yesterday announced December he's stepping down. To spend some time with family, I believe. And I'd like to publicly say what a great job he's done.
Fantastic job. Where the program was when he got it to year 3. What are they, 5-0 right now?
4-1. I want to say this. 4-1. A lot of talk when the school was closed temporarily. Then it became privatized, opened again. And, when Coach Sacco and then they parted ways. And people, this too. People use this term, which I cannot stand. They're done. I hate when people say that because we're all human. We all get to fall down every now and then. Look at Paulsboro a couple of years ago. You had the greatest program in the state of New Jersey.
Yes.
They had a one-win season. They win a one-win season, and everybody they're done. Never again. It's over. It's the end of time. The apocalypse is among us. No, it's not. Last year they were 8-3, and right now they're 5-0, undefeated. St. Joe's in a similar situation.
Yes.
They went winless 2 years ago. And of course, the chirps had started again. They're done. It's over. They'll never be the same. Come back with 2 wins last year, which were heartfelt, hard fought wins.
Yes.
This year, they're 3-1, I believe, 3-1. And the remainder of their schedule, every one of those games is winnable. I'll even go as far as to say they're the favorite in the remaining 4 or 5 games. I'm going to go that far. So I'm going to credit Coach Dorsey on the great job he's done, not only the job he's done, but under the pressure that he's done it under.
Well, it's not hard. It's not easy to replace a living legend. No. And then what the school went through, and then what the football program went through, to come back to be sitting in year 3, to be sitting at 3-1, where, like you said, the next 4 games they play football, they're going to be all right.
Yeah, they could potentially be 7-1 and get a home playoff game, possibly even win that home playoff game. And I just want to say Ron has done such a good job because the pressure, the outside talk, God wasn't given a chance. I think he's proven this year, like, hey, I'm going out on top. And
I can sympathize with the man.
And he deserves it. He's a great guy. I am so happy for him. I hope they go as far as they can go this year.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's done a great job where the school and the program was. I mean, like you said, just wasn't the football program. The school was closed.
Yeah.
So you're battling 2 things there.
Yeah, and like I said, everyone involved has done a great job, from the coaches up to the administration to the kids themselves. Before we go, forgot one game. Collingswood Sterling, an old Thanksgiving rivalry.
Yeah.
First week of October. Both doing well.
No, I mean, should be a good game. Little rivalry there between them and stuff like that. And Sterling's going this year, and Collingswood bounced back, I think, last week. So should be another good one.
What I find most interesting, Sterling's undefeated. However, Collingswood's 3-2, but Collingswood has played a much harder schedule.
Yes.
Much more battle tested. Another game, can I not talk about this? The Battle of the Burlingtons. Yeah, Burlington Township and Burlington City. I've seen both. It should be interesting. Burlington City's running back's like a joystick. The guy can spin.
Yeah.
I saw Burlington Township, a good passing attack, tenacious defense. Both undefeated. 1-0's got to go.
Yeah.
So at the northwestern corner of Burlington County, Friday night, it should be an interesting battle.
It should be. Be a good football game.
All right, Mike, I want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Good luck Friday night, and we'll see you next week. Again, Joe Carullo at Carullo's Corner at it'sallaboutsports.com and it'sallaboutschools.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.